Hello everyone. Today Ayeshan Agarwal is going to present the video demonstration for task 3.2, which is full web API implementation. First of all, I will explain what I have done in this robot command.cs. I have used a robot controller API, which is a custom namespace like grouping code which is related to robot controller within a larger application. I have created a class robot command which can be used to a robot. It stores information about the commands like ID, which is a unique identifier to distinguish each command, name, which is it contains a descriptive title for referencing the command, description, as it contains a detailed explanation of the actions involved. I have created a bool is move command, which is a flag indicating whether the command causes physical movement or not, and also created a date and modified date when the command was created and when the command was last updated. This construction function is used to create new robot commands objects with the specified details. It initializes each property of the object with the given arguments. Overall, it is a blueprint for representing robot commands within the application. Now I will tell you how this robot command controller CS works. First of all, I have created a robot command controller class which is responsible for managing robot commands through a web API. It is decorated with attributes to simplify API setup, which is API controller, which applies common API configurations, and root API robot commands, which sets the base URL for its endpoints. For its data storage, I have used underscore commands, a list which stores available robot commands within the controller. It is initialized with sample commands like turn left, turn right, and move forward for demonstration. I have created endpoints like get API robot command which retrieves all commands. I have also created get API robot commands move which retrieves only movement related commands. Same is with get API robot command which retrieves specific command by ID. I have also created post endpoint which creates a new command, and also created a put endpoint which updates an existing command, and I have also used delete endpoint which deletes a command. I have used common HTTP verbs like get, post, put, delete to handle requests. It returns appropriate action results types to signal success, errors, or content updates. Overall purpose of this code is to create a RESTful API for managing robot commands. Now I will explain what is map in this. I have created a public class map which represents a map within an application's context. It stores information about ID, name, columns, which is the number of columns defining the map's horizontal structure, rows, the number of rows defining the map's vertical structure, date created and modified date, when the map was created and when the map was last updated. I have used a constructor called public map which initializes a new map object with the specific details like id is equals to id, name is equals to name, sets the values for each property using the given arguments. This class is basically acting like a blueprint for representing maps within the application. Now I will explain what I have done in maps controller.cs. First of all, in this maps controller cs, I have created a maps controller class which is responsible for managing maps through web API, and I have used that for data storage underscore maps, which is used for storing available maps within the controller. It is initialized with maps like map1 and map2 for demonstration. I have also created endpoints like get API maps, which retrieves all available maps, and also created endpoint get API map square, which retrieves only square shaped maps where columns is equals to rows. And in the similar way, I have created post endpoint which is used for creating a new map, and put endpoint which is used for updating an existing map, and delete API maps ID which deletes a map. And at last I have used get API maps which validates if a given coordinate is within the boundaries of a specified map. Overall, the purpose of this code is to manage maps within a robotic application context. It allows other applications or services to interact with maps programmably, enabling tasks like retrieving map information, creating new maps, modifying existing maps, and validating coordinates within the maps. Now, I will explain how this output works according to the code and would run it on Postman. Here it is. First of all, I will tell about robot commands. When I run it, it is running which is telling ID, name, description, move command, created it, modified it as written in the code. It is working well. Now I will tell you about robot commands move. It is also working well. Now next is robot commands ID. It is also displaying all the things which were mentioned in the code, which means it is right. Now in post method, now I will show you for the post methods, which is also working fine according to the code, which is telling the ID, name, description is move command whether it is present, and it is present, it would return true. Now I will tell about put robot command ID. It means that this ID is present. If I would have entered other number, for suppose 5, it would show an error because that ID is not created in the code. Now I will show you this delete endpoint. It is also fine as I have deleted the command first according to my need. Now I will show you what I have done in get maps and whether it is working fine or not according to the code. Yes, it is working fine, and here it is representing all these things mentioned in that class, which is ID, name, columns, rows, created date and modified date. Now I will show you get map square, which is also fine, which is telling that this map is of size 4 by 4 and other map which is of 9 by 9. Now I will tell you about post map endpoint. It is also working fine. Now I if I want to delete something like I have deleted on ID2, it would delete that. And if I want to get that map ID which should be in the range entered, if not entered, it would return false and said map not found as it is not in this range defined. Thank you.